team. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You know, Charles, you look at this defense, definitely going to be put to the test here against a team that's won 3 straight. What do they need to do to come out on top?
Well, I think that at a minimum, they've got to eliminate mistakes, and I know that sounds a little trite, but when you break it down, that means eliminating penalties, not allowing big plays. That has to be where you start. Remember, their head coach in the lead up to this game, he said their opponents have been, quote, unbeatable the last few weeks. So the only way you can beat an unbeatable team is to make sure that you play a clean game yourself.
That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Kaepernick. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes Carter. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will...
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sit.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On 1st down, Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, this from 37. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. After the sack on first down, Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Come on. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch 19, Mike. Mike 52. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
52's the Mike, boys. 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, 52's the Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Bryant's touchdown. Miles Sanders has as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Kaepernick going to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Philly. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Quick throw complete. Open. He's got it. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the third. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
On second down now, it's Gibson, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the inside. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw, Kaepernick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. All right, Brad, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
2nd and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Yardage back to the 29. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Flush to his right. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds, incomplete. And This one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Jalen Reagor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's got McLaurin, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Flushed out right, and he can't get a throw. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Kaepernick to the right side and complete to Thomas. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Kaepernick to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field. Congratulations to them.
So for Philadelphia, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.